an invitation to the presence of God today. When we praise, heaven comes to earth. And this is what living looks like. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. Break down every wall. We'll watch the giants fall. It cannot survive when we praise you. The God of breakthroughs on our side, forever lifted high. With all creation cry, God, we praise you. Oh, we praise you.
Since the age of 12, I suffered with chronic pain. There were times it would put me on the floor crying out. Growing up, I learned to deal with this pain. It remained undiagnosed until a year after I married my husband, Jonathan, who's back there on the drums. He had been raised by his aunt, who was like a mother to him. Sadly, she passed before I got the chance to meet her. Both of us dreamt of having a big family. I love the idea of being a mother, but a year into our marriage, I was diagnosed with endometriosis, and I was told it would be impossible to have children. It was such a shock. I remember feeling like the dream of being a mom was just slipping away. Just after that, I was volunteering at a night of hope, and before service, Mama Dodie prayed for a miracle baby. I began to feel the tide turning, and I remember what Pastor Joel says in his messages all the time. Have faith, and even if you can't see it, believe the dream that God put in your heart. So we did. We worshiped, we prayed, and even put a picture of an ultrasound on our nightstand. Well, God did it. Against all the odds, and despite being told it was impossible, I became pregnant. And in 2013, we had our beautiful miracle boy, Jonah. God gave me the desires of my heart. And as if to put a bow on it, God made sure he was born on Jonathan's aunt's birthday. I could finish the story there, but I felt impressed to share a little bit more for the person out there today who is still waiting on their miracle. You see, I dreamt of a big family. If I'm honest with you, I barely stopped to celebrate because I immediately started dreaming of the next baby. We tried everything. We even did IVF. And in the middle of this, I was still dealing with horrible chronic pain. After a brilliant doctor eventually telling me there was nothing further we could do to help you get pregnant, I got angry at God. I was questioning why he wasn't giving me the miracle I had wanted. But one day, I felt God lovingly remind me to remember. I looked back and suddenly I realized that I had the most amazing miracle standing right in front of me, my son Jonah. And that's when I received a second miracle. As I remembered the goodness of God in the face of my own son, I found contentment. What God had already done for me, the chronic pain ceased. I am now pain-free, and every day that I see my son smile, I remember how good God is. So friends, let my story remind you of the faithfulness of God today. His goodness is always pursuing us.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
You're never gonna let
God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me. Oh, God is so good. Oh, God is so good. Oh, God is so good. Oh, He's so good to me. 'Cause our God is strong in battle, and our God can never fail. Through Him all chains are broken, and in Him the sick are healed. In the name of Jesus, giants are defeated. Every single mountain has to move. You're faithful to your promise. You finish what you started. There is none as powerful as you, Jesus. None is powerful. None is powerful. We see the power of heaven setting the captives free. We are the church awake, singing in victory. 'Cause in the name of Jesus, giants are defeated. Every single mountain has to move. You're faithful